Guess what? Upgrade. We have to take a look at this and then make something with it. What a surprise! I can already tell you this is not the direction I will go in. Aha. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Not exactly my style, but interesting. Mixed media paper, that's always nice. Gives slightly colored pencil vibes. Vibes, not wipes. Color pencils. And color marker. This is 0.6, a black liner. We are getting only things made by the Upcrate, it looks like. No, this isn't, but all these are made by Artspace, which is, as far as I think, the Upcrate brand. Gosh. So, 10 sheets of mixed media paper. Let's start with these. Oh. Looks like a kind of alcohol marker. Yeah, definitely alcohol markers. So we have one tip that is a bullet and one that is a chisel. Is it chisel? One broad and one bullet thingamajig. I prefer my alcohol markers with a brush tip, but this is fine. And we have basically a variation on the whole I'm not good at talking today. A variation on the primary colors. Gosh. They are quite hard. You do have to press really hard to get some more color. Okay, so this is more or less a very safe box for me because Those are materials I like to work with. I like to use markers and underneath, on top, colored pencils. So this should be a very nice box for me. I now just need to come up with something I want to draw. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to complain. But if you are a regular watcher on my channel, you might remember that I didn't really like this drawing I made. Why is it that the one I really disliked is the one that ends up in the bottle post? Anyway, I am definitely happy that a picture I drew ended up in the bottle post, but this one, really? Anyway, let's not talk about this anymore. Let's talk about today's box. And something I normally don't do is using the prompt. This time, with the prompt stacked faces, I think I can do something with it. So, yeah. Let's just try that. What I want to do is I want to draw a face that's a bit more stylized than I would do it normally, a bit more simplified, and then do the outlines in a way so that some areas are connected. For example, when I do the cheekbones and the line from the cheekbones to the cheek, I normally just do it slightly. This time I will draw it completely, and when I have the first face done, I then draw a second one on top, do the outlines for that, and so on until I feel it's enough, and then I color the segments, maybe in a specific way, maybe just randomly. We will see what I think about that. If I feel very, very uncomfortable with it, I might even do a second drawing. So, I will start with that now. And, we will hear us when I'm done with this. So, enjoy. Okie dokie. So I think this is interesting. Not exactly my style, but interesting. And I feel like I want to do a second piece. The next piece I think I will do a little bit more like my pictures normally look. But this was an interesting experiment for once. So, yay me! I need to do something here because while coloring the second piece, I was not very impressed by the colored pencils. They are quite difficult to get a dark pigment, even when I press very hard. It gets streaky and it isn't very pretty. When I now use here this Koh-i-Noor Heart Mood Polycolor in cinnamon brown, yeah, when I use it as or in the same softness as I used the from Artspace pencil, this is when I use it soft. Here I have to use it very, very soft, and when I press hard I get a lot more pigment and it's far less streaky. And if I now compare that to the Derwent ink tints that we got in another box, okay, it doesn't really work well on the paper, I have to admit, but it's the same. I get far more color payoff with these. This is Derwent Artists. Yeah. So every other pencil that we got so far gives a far better result than the ones from Artspace, which is a shame. I would have really loved to like them. I really wanted to like them. Here we have Polychromos. Don't have a similar color. I should have a similar color, but it doesn't look like it is there. Anyway, let's... yeah. This is when I press hard. This is when I go light. And when I compare it with this red, okay, the red is a bit better. but I really have issues with the brown from the this works a little better as well. But it's still, yeah, not as nice as I like colored pencils to be. It was rather difficult to get shading in here. That's why I wanted to try to do a more traditional in my style piece, because I think it always is a little bit different when you try new techniques and when you work in your own style. So I'm not a big fan of these. I do like the markers, but I think you can't make that much wrong with markers. But altogether, yeah, except of the color payout of the pencils, I think it was a solid box. So not much to complain here, not much to say here. This will be the piece that I photograph now. The other was, as mentioned, mostly a test piece, because I already felt the pencils were quite difficult to work with when I did this one. So let me know what you think about this box, about my art piece and my attempt on a more modern art style. I do have to admit I kind of like where I ended up with, which is surprising for me, that I am not completely against this thing. Will I ever draw something like that again? Only if a box will make me. But it's not the worst thing I have ever drawn. At least I think. Yeah. Let me know what you think about it, and we will see us in another video. Until then, bye.